Hello and welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2024 Top 37 countdown. It's place number 32. It's Ireland, Bambie Thug, Doomsday Blue. Please do click on the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. And if you want to see the music video of Doomsday Blue or read my blog post, you can find links to those down in the description as well. Now, Ireland and Eurovision have a lot of history together. Until last year, Ireland held the record for the number of wins, and they've held that record alone since the mid-1990s until Sweden matched their record with their win last year. They finally caught them up. Yet, as we probably know, in recent years, Ireland have had one of the very worst records at Eurovision. They've only qualified once in the last 10 years, and you've got to go back all the way to 2011 just to find their last top 10 result. The entries of this last decade or so have kind of mirrored, to an extent, those of the UK, although not the last couple of years. But there's just that preponderance of safe, mid-range pop that just doesn't get you anywhere in the modern contest. But is this all about to change, though, with the self-described ouija-pop of Bambie Thug? Now, Bambie Thug is a very different type of artist for Ireland to send. Now, in addition to the music genre, or the lack of music genre, perhaps I should say, Bambie is non-binary, one of about 2 to 3 artists this year's contest who are non-binary. Now, there have been non-binary artists at Eurovision before, but they've only come out after the contest. And so Bambie is one of a group of openly non-binary artists who will be in Malmö. Bambie's been involved in music since 2020, and they live in East London. It kind of fits in with the kind of style of music. They were this year's winner of the Irish national selection, winning the televote, and they won the national jury, and they came third, I think, with the international jury. The international jury went with the very safe mid-range pop again. So I think we're quite glad that didn't get through, it didn't win. Of course, they faced a backlash from the right-wing press in Ireland. Ireland have a virulent right-wing press, just as the UK does, and various conservative commentators. But I think overall they've been warmly received, and this is a big step in updating Ireland's presence at the contest. Now, Doomsday Blue isn't an easy song to define into one specific genre, but Bambie calls their music ouija-pop, and that this song is a genre-defying. There is much switching between a kind of really laid-back sort of chorus versus very loud, dissonant, very witchy feeling verses and bridge. And then the ending is a very screechy, screamy, apocalyptic ending. It is not going to be to everyone's tastes, but I do think that's actually where Ireland need to go. Now, while I don't find it an easy listen personally, and hence why I have it quite low in my ranking, because it's just not quite my thing. I'll be honest, I don't linger over it when it comes on the Spotify rotation, but it is going to be something that stands out, and I am sure Bambie will be giving a very memorable performance. Now, in terms of qualifying, I think this is borderline. I'm not quite sure yet. On the one hand, it's unique in its kind of lack of or mix of genres. I think the staging will be very memorable, I expect. And while it is a divisive entry in some ways, I think there are plenty of people who will connect with this and they will enjoy it, and one hopes will also vote for it as well. I think there is going to be a genuine market for this if the performance comes off well and doesn't come off too off-putting. The UK and Australia will be voting in this semi-final, and I'm sure that will help Bambie's chances. Also, Finland will be voting in this semi-final. I just have a feeling this is the sort of song or the type of genre that Finnish televoters might enjoy in particular. Now, when you look in the scoreboard app, in the overall kind of ranking of 1 to 37, it's coming in not around mid-table-ish, which is not bad at all. If you look at just the semi-final one, Ireland are currently sitting in 9th, which is a qualifying position, although it is all very tight. On the other hand, Bambie is drawn early in the running order, and I think it's just unlikely, or all four of those first entries will qualify. So one or two of them will not qualify, and I think it's really quite touch and go which, I certainly think Lithuania will qualify, but I think the other three, it's going to be a bit of a toss-up on which ones go through. Now, of course, it's Ireland's aim to qualify, and I think the fact that this artist and this song is representing Ireland is a huge step forward for them, and hopefully will shake them out of this rather outdated approach and view that so many people, both within the broadcaster RTE and also, more widely in the Irish press and media, again, not that dissimilar to much of what's happened in the UK, that it may change their kind of outlook and view of it to a certain extent. Now, even if Bambie finishes in 11th, which would be 11th in a very strong field and just misses out on qualifying, I still think that will represent an awful lot of progress for Ireland. But wish Bambie all the best in the contest, and do let me know what you think of this song and how you think it will do in the comments, and we will see you again soon.